Behind me is the Abarth 600e Scorpionissima. It's the most powerful Abarth ever, and we're going to go and take it around a track.
With 276 brake horsepower and a 0 to 62 time of 5.9 seconds and a limited slip differential.
Abarth aims to inject some much needed fun into the B SUV segment. It also says it's a proper Abarth in terms of performance, in terms of that chassis magic and the noise that these tend to come with. So, does it fill these boots? And is it a proper Abarth? Let's find out. The Abarth 600e Scorpionissima is based on the slightly dumpy Fiat 500e, which looks like it could do with a salad. Now, Abarth's designers have done really quite well to disguise some of the heft, because this car weighs just over 1,600 kilograms. Now, to disguise some of it, what they've done is they've given a shark nose here, which, there you go, Abarth says is to improve aerodynamics, and you've got this huge front splitter down here, which, well, it's actually a boxy bumper, not a splitter, which is inspired by the Abarth 850TC from back in the day. If we walk around, again, there's these electrified scorpions, which is part of Abarth's new branding, some big black Abarth stickers up the side, gloss black detailing, just so you make sure that it's an aggressive version. And at the back, to not make it look as fat as the 600e, they've squared the back off slightly here. You've got another squared off bumper, and on the roof with this spoiler, which is again inspired from open spoilered Abarths back in the day, there's a huge scorpion in the middle of that. Now, to make it look different from the, well, like I said, slightly blobby Fiat 600, the 600e Scorpionissima has been lowered, widened, and comes with a load of yellow scorpions here. So we've got one here, we've got them in the centre of these huge 20-inch wheels, we've got one on the bonnet. Yep, we've got another one down here as well, another one there, and another one there. So you get it. They're big on the electrification. And then these, well, these lights that give it a slightly cutesy yet aggressive look, and the same down here. It's aggressive, but it's cute at the same time. It reminds me of a stroppy rabbit. So to bring about some much needed fun to the BSUV segment, what Abarth has done is they've given it 2 fingers and some sham 69 Oi Oi 2 tradition. So the 600e is available in only 2 colours. These are acid green or hypnotic purple over there. And what's more, only 1,949 of these have been made to mark the year since the company was founded. So, when Abarth was founded in 1949, its founder, Carlo Abarth, his philosophy was tweak the chassis first, then add power. And Abarth says that with the 600e Scorpionissima, they have stayed true to that philosophy. So we're going to take it on track now, just there.
What better way then to test the most powerful Abarth ever by unleashing its 276 electric horses on a racing track? After all, a racing track is a place where automotive legends are created and people like me get shown up for their lack of talent behind the wheel. To begin my tutorial, we handed the keys to a professional racing driver for a few laps. This is someone who knows what they're doing behind the wheel of a performance car and hopefully won't do a Lance Stroll. Despite the absence of that instantly recognisable Abarth growl, simulated or otherwise, the torque from the 600e Scorpionissima's electric motor punches you right in the stomach. There's very little body roll, and I can already feel bits of me aching after just a few laps in the passenger seat. Following a few tips from our demo driver, including keep your hands at 10 to 2 and the ominous sounding brake later than feels legal, it's my turn to have a crack at things. The 600e Scorpionissima's steering is direct with just a hint of understeer. The engineers at Abarth certainly haven't let their company founder down. The chassis is super sorted and encourages you to push on and lean on it in that old school hatchway that we all know and love as keen drivers. By the time we return to the pits, it's clear that I will definitely not be called up for a race seat anytime soon with Abarth or, well, anyone else really. However, the 600e Scorpionissima has definitely left me wanting more. It's still very much an Abarth in spirit that it's leery, fun, and has a banging chassis. In fact, it's just an Abarth, except one that's been optimised for an all-electric future.
Well, it certainly performs on track and it's certainly very fun, I can say that. But what is the Abarth 600e Scorpionissima like in the real world? The Scorpionissima is based on parent company Stellantis eCMP platform for electric vehicles, which means it underpins the likes of the Alfa Romeo Junior and it also underpins the Citroën EC3, so on and so forth. Inside, it's actually like a Jeep Avenger, which is another sister vehicle. You've got this sort of bespoke, this plastic trim for the Scorpionissima model. There's plenty of Mind the Scorpion logos all around the cockpit too. In the centre there's a 10.5-inch infotainment screen in front of you. There's a 7-inch one for the driver. Obviously it takes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. This actually I really like. This 2-spoke steering wheel. It's a nod to the Abarth 131 rally car, so it looks really similar, and it's actually really nice and grippy and comfortable and solid, and you know, you can live out your Marcus Grönholm fancies a little bit if you wish. I promise you I haven't done that today at all. And also this tunnel pad cover, which again reminds you to mind the Scorpion, is specific to the Scorpionissima model. If you buy the standard 600e, you won't get this. You get these lovely Scorpion pattern seats from Seibel, another Italian company who have long been associated with Abarth and their motorsport activities. And underneath here, there are some aluminium pedals as well to remind you that you're in a car with proper racing pedigree. So, what is the Abarth 600e Scorpionissima like to drive? Well, like all Abarths, it's noisy, the suspension's quite hard and the seats are quite stiff, but I think that's part of the charm of it. I mean, I really like it. It's a genuinely happy little car. There's 3 driving modes. You have Turismo, which is basically your eco daily mode. You have Scorpion Street, which is for, well, you know, also normal daily modes, and then you have Scorpion Track, which we just saw with my excellent demonstration back there. Yeah, and then you've got the fake sound system, which for me is slightly strange. At the moment I'm driving an Ioniq 5N Hyundai, and that has simulated gear shifts and this doesn't, so I quite like this because it's got a nice, almost turbocharged burble. It's quite comforting in an Italian kind of way, but given you can't upshift or downshift, and I say that in inverted commas, I do get why this could become a bit of a drone. But driving impressions, yeah, it's all good, it's happy, it's drama free, the steering is lovely and light, and this 2-spoke steering wheel, it makes you feel like an absolute bloody hero even when you're doing 40 odd mile an hour. So yeah, I think Abarth, what they set out to do to build an absolutely fun electric car, almost hot hatch feeling, well, not almost, a hot hatch feeling electric car, they've succeeded here. Molto bene, molto molto bene. Perché non sono lento, lasciatemi cantare bang. So the boot has 360 litres of space. It's not class leading, but it's enough, you know. JP, the cameraman, hiya, can fit all of his stuff in here for this. So let's go and have a look in the back as well and see how we stack up in there for headroom and legroom. So in the back of the 600e Scorpionissima, well, there's plenty of room if you're 5'10", there or thereabouts like me, and I must mention that because it's the law of car YouTube to talk about your height. Legroom, it's a bit pinchy, but I guess it's fine, really, if you're can sort of fold yourself up a little bit. You're not going to get 3 adults in here, that's pretty impossible, but for the 2 adults that you can fit in the back, there's also a USB-C charger for them to fight over. So, does the Scorpionissima 600e fulfill its brief? Absolutely. Is it fun? Yes. Does it make me smile? Absolutely yes. It's a pretty joyous thing. Is it perfect? Not really. The battery's only 54 kilowatt hours, which brings about a range of 199 miles, but I don't care. For 39 grand, what a car.